Hey, you guys out there in Babylon and those in Africa. What's up? How you doing? I know this week was probably, a lot of fun for a lot of people. You went to your Thanksgiving dinner. You, I don't know if they still do Black Friday shopping, but you got to get together with your friends or your family. Maybe you did, maybe you didn't. Maybe you had some social distancing turkey. I don't know. But whatever you did, um, I am happy to see y'all. Yes, hey Andy, how are you? Hi Brendan. You're always up on it. Yeah, so hi Tora. I'm so happy to see you guys. I know you haven't seen me for a minute, but no, they didn't kidnap me or anything. Um, huh. So I'm in film school. I'm a documentary filmmaker, and I am in the last month of my program. And so we're editing our thesis film. And this, I don't know, it's a lot of work. It's just a lot of work, right? Um, but in any event, I'm up for air. I needed to talk to my people, to see my people, because I haven't seen or talked to you guys in a long time. And so I feel like you miss me and I miss you for sure, right? So in any event, how are you guys doing out there? How are you doing with this coronavirus thing? I hope none of you are like like affected, where your family members or anything. So just stay safe out there. Make use of your lemon and your ginger and your apple cider vinegar, right? Because it seems to be getting serious, and they're talking about this vaccine and not, they're really just crunching the logistics. They're just now crunching the logistics, claiming that, oh, now it's going to be so expensive and not everybody will be able to get one. And so you see already it's coming into this situation where only the wealthy will be able to afford immunity. This is considering dealing with coronavirus and protection against yourself. So if there is a real pandemic out there, recognize that poor Black folk are not going to be the priority in this thing, right? So y'all need to take care of yourselves. And I just wanted to check in to see if y'all still on this Africa bandwagon. Nakapenda sana dada. Hi Kashindi. 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 I miss you too. Thank you. Yeah, so I mean, now is the time that you really want to plan your getting out. A couple of months that I did this video that said, if Donald Trump loses the election, there'll be a war. If he wins the election, there'll be a war. Y'all not out of the woods. Hi Gloria. Nice to see you. You're not out of the woods. Um and for those of you in the United Kingdom, you have to see that this thing is serious, right? So I want you to stay on plan. Stay on your plan, stay on your game. Don't get lined with like this holidays are coming, Thanksgiving and Christmas and all of these things. Don't get sidelined with that, right? Don't get distracted. That's what it's always been. It's always been a distraction. So it's one holiday after the other. And when it's not a holiday, it's the Super Bowl. And when it's not the Super Bowl, it's the Met Gala. And when it's not the Met Gala, it's the Grammys. If it's not the Grammys, it's the Emmys. I don't know. But it's just these cyclical processes of distraction. And you've got your social media, your Facebook, your Instagram, your YouTube, all the stuff that goes into it, and you lose track of what you're really doing, and you need to stay focused. And what I want some of you, hey Tootie, yes, what I want, yeah, they're closing in on making that vaccine mandatory. Yes. So hi Serenity. Good to see you. Yeah, so the distractions don't allow the distractions to get to you, to get into your space, right? You have to come to a space in your mind that um you have your philosophies and you stick to those philosophies. Your philosophies are you're a Pan-Africanist, you believe in reparations and repatriation, and the way you want to live your life and raise your family is an African way, and it just does not work when you live with Europeans in their home. Okay, so nothing is wrong with Europeans if that's how they want to live, but it's difficult for a black man to live in a white man's country with a black man's philosophy. So your whole entire philosophy has to be geared towards a different kind of lifestyle and a different kind of mentality. And it match up or add up when it comes to living with those who have enslaved your ancestors, because somewhere in the back of their mind, they want to continue to enslave you. And any way that they can possibly do that, they will. Okay. And now that the borders are somewhat open, I don't know if the borders are open where you live, but don't get distracted by, oh, this turkey, this big old turkey, and it's Christmas and the pretty lights and the gifts and all this stuff, and I'm gonna go after Christmas because I don't want to miss my last Christmas with my family. Listen, y'all, do what you got to do. Put a sense of urgency in your step. And this is not to say that Africa is a bed of roses, but you're going to have to find a way to live for you in a new environment, right? Hey, Poppy. Hey, Shot. How you doing? I see you, Danielle. Oh, hey, Danielle. Okay, so Danielle says that she just found out that she is pregnant, okay? And she is more determined to come. And it is very valuable what she just said, because from the time I was pregnant with JoJo, I knew I did not want to raise her in America. I thought that I would be able to take her and go to Africa by the latest when she was 3. I wanted her to be able to speak, that if something was happening, I wanted her to memorize her name, her address, her phone number, her mama's name. That's the age that I wanted her to be before I took her to a drastic move. And so before school age. So it's very important that if you're pregnant, come, come and deliver your baby here, make your baby a citizen. Hey, you might be an anchor baby. You'll never know. I don't know. I'm just saying. Don't take it as advice. It's a possibility, right? Hey, Black 40, how are you, beautiful? Yes, so Black 40 came through. She came all the way to Tanzania. She came all the way to Tanzania. Girl, why don't you come into the studio? Come tell us about your experience. I know it's not all perfect peaches and cream, but I'm sure you had highlights to your trip. So please do come and tell us about it. Right? Hey Akita, how are you? Yeah, so I just want to feel the market, feel and see how many, if people are still on this I'm coming to Africa bandwagon, because listen to me, we're almost done with the Exodus house. Where the roof is finished, the ceilings are finished, the ironworks, only 3 pieces are left to go in. The windows, painting it, one of the things that is holding me up is A, money, and B um is just the guy who does the majority of the work, the masonry work. He's the same guy that I'm using to do everything else. So it's not like I have an army. I have this one team. There was about 6 guys that do the ceiling, and when I move them from the ceiling, and when I move them to the tiling. And I would rather work with them than go and get someone else who does not deliver the work. And so many of you have supported this project that I want you to be able to see when I post these videos. I want you to be able to see that, yes, the ceiling did go in. You did say, Renee, go and get yourself a new ceiling. And I did. You said, Renee, go and get yourself some ironwork. And I did. So I want you to be able to see that the work is actually being done. And I would rather it take a little while than for it to hurry come up and it's not done right. The way how I have it now, I have 2 crews. So I have the metal workers and I have the mason workers. And I can manage those crews and I can manage that material. And I can manage exactly like how much money is going out, and I can keep a track of what materials were used for what. So yeah, and to be honest, it does have its ups and downs, and I don't talk enough about the downs, right? Because I don't want to discourage you. But what I want you to know is that life here is the same as life in America. It's the same as life in Jamaica. It's the same as life wherever you have people. The same people are here. If you check a couple of my videos, like a couple of weeks back in July, I say the same thing. Even before going out and encountering people in Tanzania, I know that they're here because I come from a very similar culture and a very similar background as far as a third world country. So, it's a situation where a lot of people don't have a lot of work, they don't have a lot of employment, and people are going to try to get over on you, and it does get tiresome and it does get frustrating, but it really, you have to have um, your cost to benefit analysis. Is it worth it? Compare it to the quality of life that you're looking for. Compare it to how can you raise your children. Compare it to, what are you leaving behind? Like for me, yeah, I'll have my days when I get frustrated, when I have people, I'm like, oh, I'm sick of this. But would I ever say I would prefer this, prefer living in America? No, I would never say that. And I would never say I would prefer living in Jamaica. Jamaica is where I was born. I love Jamaica. It's a beautiful place, but the leadership and their behavior just so too close to America, just like lockstep. Everything America tells them to do, they do. Now they have a new god, which is China. Anything China tells them to do, they do, and the citizens have no voice. And so the things that I look for in the geopolitical atmosphere that I look for in a country, I see that here in Tanzania. I see that here where the Chinese are not putting out the Tanzanian people out of business, where the Tanzanian people, you can go and open a store if you want to, and there isn't like, such influx of Chinese goods that you can't make a living. So that's something that in Jamaica it doesn't even make any sense. You try, right? For me, I'm the jack of all trade, right? So even when I had a nice cushy job in corporate America, I was still hustling back in Jamaica. I was still like shipping things down there, buying things, wholesale. I'm talking like probably 10, 15 years ago, buying things wholesale, shipping them down there, going down there and hustling them out of the back of my rental car. And people were just ordering things, and I would sell them things based on their pre-orders. But for me to open a store, it wasn't worth it because the Chinese were just there. And then after a while, that model phased out because there were just too many Chinese selling the same goods at less than that. So by the time I bought the goods, shipped it, cleared it, it didn't make any sense for me anymore. And that is odd because like a generation ago when my mother used to travel to the States, that was how she made a living, you know? And now those kinds of lifestyles, they no longer exist in Jamaica. And then you have the scamming, and then you have the murdering, and then you have the killing, and then you have, it's just too much. It's a beautiful place, but the violence and the crime is not worth it. You know, nothing is worth it, right? Nothing that you can compare your life to is worth it, right? So let's see. Robin says, no. Okay, so James, I will not put the Exodus house on Airbnb. This is for us. Got enough place to go and see, and I'm not going to cater for white folk. I'm not going to be running around for white folk. I'm not going to be going and fetching them and stepping and fetching for no water for no white folk. No, sir. This is not going to be on Airbnb. I'm going to be generating my own reservation platform where people can do their own bookings directly. So this is there's no for these white folk. This is repatriation, and those who are seeking to repatriate, those who see the benefit in repatriation, those who are even here who are seeking for transitional housing. So it's not going to be on Airbnb. December the 9th is very close. That's like the next week or something. Yeah, no, that's not going to work. All right. Yeah. Yeah, Brittany. Yeah, Jamaica. I'm gonna tell you this, that Jamaica is tremendously disappointing, but this Dar es Salaam, it looks like Jamaica with Christmas sprinkled on top. It is so nice to me. It is so beautiful here, like the foliage, the trees, the landscape, the life, how people make a living. You know, it reminds me of Jamaica when I was a little girl, when how people were out making a living. You just how the country is. It's just very pretty to me. So the Jamaica does disappoint, but Dar es Salaam is a good consolation prize and some. But just expect the same people are here. Okay, the same Jamaicans are here, but they're not murdering you. Right? They're not called Jamaicans, they're called Tanzanians, but they're the same people. They speak a different language. You just have to know how to deal with them. And we are a little bit trained to deal with the Africanness of, the scamliciousness, trying to get some money out of somebody, trying to shake somebody down. We're accustomed to that. And I apologize to anyone who I did, I make it look easy. I apologize for that because we're to do with this kind of like wildness. Jamaica is the Wild West. Jamaica is like every Wild West movie and every killer movie you've ever seen rolled into one. And you have to know how to maneuver that environment. And so by the time you get here and some Swahili speaking Tanzanian will get over on you, you're like, ha, 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 ha. I've seen this show before, my friend. You will lose. So I apologize. Let's see. So what I want Yes. So the Exodus House, Jodianne, is only for repatriates, only for people coming back. It's not for everybody. It's only for us. It's only for people coming back. People who are looking for like short stay, people who are looking for vacation. It's not for everyone. Um, the way how the house is constructed, it can house either families or it could be individual rooms. Let's see. James, I do need some help at the Exodus house. Tell me your skills. Send me an email, Exodus Africa 1, Exodus Africa, the numeral 1 at gmail.com. So I have masonry work. I have landscaping work. I have a work that needs to be done over there. And still, hey, Sapphire. And still, let's see. Okay. So Joyce says, right. Hold on, Joyce. So to donate to the project, you can use PayPal. Okay. I have Patreon. I have all of those, but I really do not have the time to make the content for the Patreon, and they still take 30%. So it doesn't matter at this point. So I'm just going straight PayPal. buyblackbusiness@gmail.com. That's BUYBLACK business@gmail.com. Let's see. Who was it? Someone just asked about her visa application. So luckily, Tanzania is one of those places called is one of those places that you can get visa on arrival. Okay. So you don't have to get you don't necessarily have to have an address. You can use the address of the hotel that you're staying. You can look at Expedia and find a hotel. Let's see. Okay. Yes. So about your visa, don't worry about that too much. Do your, you can do visa on arrival. Okay. So get the acceptance letter. Said she just got back from Tanzania and she'll be back in the spring. Okay. And she said, regarding scammers, I know I'm trading one set of problems for another. I much prefer the Tanzanian problems, as do I. This is life, right? You're not leaving America and going to nirvana. You're not going to heaven. You're not packing to the pearly gates. You're going, you're still alive. And the same shiesty people that somewhere in the world, they still here. Okay. They're just in different forms, and that's how life is. Okay. And it's going to be a shock. It's going to be a culture shock. A lot of things are going to they just live like that. But from what I was told is there are places in West Africa that is much more difficult to maneuver than it is here. For me, economically speaking, this place is Wakanda. Okay, so you have the good, the bad, the ugly. It depends on how you set your radar and who you want to, how you want to get your party on, right? Let's see. Oh Lord. So review site is my homie, right? Review site is my homie from day one. And he will always jump on you for some Tanzania, right? Okay, so Maurice, I cannot, but if I hear about something, I'll let you know. I have a can assist people with student visas. He can assist people with housing. He can assist people with getting the necessary documentation that they need to proceed. Renee, at this point, I am unable. I'm basically out of commission until about the middle of January. Um, so, and even at that point, the housing, assisting with housing, it is difficult because our people are picky and I don't know, we're spoiled, okay? We who grew up in America or in the West, we're spoiled. We're looking for creature comforts. We're looking for the same exact kind of lifestyle. I don't know what we're looking for. Sometimes we look so hard, we get lost, you know, but it's very difficult. I have a mortgage broker's license and a real estate broker's license. And I wouldn't do real estate to save my life in America. And it's even worse here because people are very picky. And, you know, me in my experience, I can look and say, this will be the ideal home for you because this, and this. And you won't get it. You're not going to get it until you like, I'm going to choose where I like to go, and you go live over there and you see the this, and this that Renee was talking about, right? And so, you know, it's not easy to steer our people. It really isn't. And I'm not sure if I want to sign up for that party anymore. So I can connect anyone who'd like to the local lawyer who will, you know, you can spend your money with him and he will help you to find a place and help you to get your feet on the ground, to register a business, to get into school, whatever it is that you need to do. Okay. Let's see. Let me see what else is happening here. Yeah, so Jody says she is free, right? We're free. Let me see. Yes. Okay. So Jody Ann, how old is your daughter? You know, I mean, it's a rocky step. And one of the things that I realize is I'm doing this, and I said it earlier in my first few videos that I would never take this like step by myself if I didn't know what I was doing, if I've never done this before. And a lot of women who are coming with their children, they now have me. And so that gives you a lot more stability than if you were just coming by yourself. So I hope in you know, me connecting to you through these small screens, that you feel a sense of security, that you can come. But don't be coming here and act no fool either, okay? Don't come here and act fool. Don't come here and act like, you know, Big Mama Renee got you and you can, you know, do all kinds of crazy stuff. No. Just feel comfortable that you have a network of people who are here that is here to encircle you, your children, and your family to make sure that you find prosperity and the healing that you're looking for here. That's what I want you to feel to come here, right? So let me see. Hey, Nani, Jumbo. Yes. Okay. Yes, she's 8. She's at the perfect age, you know? She's at the perfect age. So bring her. Yes. Yes, Jody. I saw the email, but honey, these people are trying to kill me. I am in these Zoom classes until 5 a.m. DAR time. Then I have to get up at 6:30 a.m. to get Jojo to school. Then I take a nap from 8 a.m. to about 11:30 a.m. And that gives me, so 11:30, 12:30, 1:30, 2:30, 3:30. That gives me 4 hours of editing time during the daytime before JoJo comes home. JoJo comes home, then it's meals, change of clothes, bath time, and it's all her time until I start the next Zoom class. Or sometimes I'm in the Zoom class when she comes home at 4 p.m., which is 9 a.m. Eastern time. So I don't know how I'm gonna do this. If it wasn't for Jackson, I wouldn't have, the project would have had to come to a screeching halt, right? So I make sure that I go and I get the cash that he needs to go and buy the materials, and he takes the material, he goes and he pays the guys. So like sometimes I'm in the house like days at a time, but I'm not in my email box because my eyes are just, on the screen of editing, and editing is like work. That's all I can tell you. Let's see. Okay, let's see. All right. Okay, you can get money anywhere as far as there are banks around. Okay. So I see you all are helping each other. Yeah, I see you all are helping each other, which is what I love. Okay, so Anna says, how long can a Jamaican stay in TZ and what's the process? So from my understanding is that we get the same visa, but we don't pay for it, okay? And Jamaicans have the right to abode. However, that needs to be reinstated. So in the meantime, you will come, you will get your visa, and it has to be renewed every 90 days, just like everyone else's, as far as I know. Okay, so some people said that theirs were stamped that they were able to work. I don't know how true that was. I did not come on my Jamaican passport. I came on my American passport because my Jamaican passport was expired. And Jojo and I, so I wanted to keep Jojo and I uh, under the same visa situationship. So I applied for my renewal of my Jamaican passport, and Jojo's Jamaican passport expires in January as well. So I've applied for those too. So I am not here. Oh, mosquitoes. I'm not here under my Jamaican passport, right? But I did go down there and I asked them what were the procedures if I was there under my Jamaican passport. And they told me it's the same, which I don't think that's true, right? And you can also get renewals after your 90-day. You're supposed to leave the country, but due to COVID-19, there are concessions being made. So don't take my word for that, and don't write it in stone that Renee says this, that, and the third. But due to COVID-19, there can be concessions made. So you would have to come and find that out. Me personally, I believe that the year 2020 is a long time from the time that the first slave was taken and, dragged across off this continent into a ship and taken to the new world and worked for free for 400 years. They've been capitalizing off of our labor. And for me to come here and also pay $4,000 just to be back to Africa, the same amount of money that, any Mozungu would pay, I don't think it's fair. I don't think it's practical. I think that um, I think that concessions should be made, right? It's too far gone. And these African countries like Tanzania, who they're, Pan-Africanists and they believe in Africa for the Africans and they have their own philosophies. I don't see how, at this point in time that we don't have the proper mechanisms in place to say this is how we treat returning diasporans, okay? And it doesn't have to be you're rich, you're poor, you have this money to contribute, show me all the money you have. It doesn't have to, it shouldn't be like that. Um, Ethiopia has allowed Jamaicans the right to abode from I think the 50s, if I'm not mistaken, the 50s or the 60s, and their right to abode does not come with any concessions of you have to have X amount of money to put into the bank, you have to be an investor, you have to pay 4,000 this to do that. No, an area of land was given by Haile Selassie in Shashamane for the Rastafarians to repatriate to. Okay, and um, they did not do too much with that as far as helping them to resettle, right? So the conversation has been raised by Jamaicans. The outcry is there. We have consistently been putting our voice forward from one generation to the next, at least in the last 4 generations, to say it is our right to return. So I am just standing in the place that my forefathers have stood in to say we have the right to return. The difference is I am here making the way for the return. So hopefully through the Jamaican relationships, we're able to extend that right to return to our African American brothers and sisters. To me, it is extremely unfair that we go to America, we get the benefits of being in America because of what African Americans endured. And now, when they need to leave America, we as Caribbean people or Jamaican people are not in the position to extend anything to them. And I think that is highly unfair. What about our friends? What about our husbands? What about our wives? What about our sisters who are Americans? What about our brothers who are Americans? What about, so I should be the only one to have some kind of benefit and, and watch my fellow African Americans perish under the boot of evil tyranny. I don't think so. Okay, so we need to open these doors. Whatever benefit that we get, that we have to try to find a way to extend this, because the American government is never ever going to talk about repatriation for African Americans, and they're with it. Okay, African Americans are with it. They just need guidance. African Americans want to come to Africa. I'm not saying they all do, right? There are a lot of people who they're there for the struggle and they deserve to be there for the struggle because they worked for it. But there's some African Americans who are seeking peace, and they just need a peaceful place to go and raise these kids, right? That's all they're looking for, is a peaceful place to go raise their kids and groom their kids to be humane and precious children, right? And America is not it. America is the most anti-child place, they're anti-black child place there is on the planet. So, we have to really think about those in that circle, right? And for me, whatever it is that I is my substance. Whatever there is, that's my substance. Whether it's these, this YouTube channel or the Exodus House, whatever it is that you come to associate with me as my value, I need to extend that you don't just see me and see a Jamaican person repatriated. You need to see me and see my African American brothers. You need to see my Canadian brothers. You need to see my English brothers. You need to see my German brothers. You need to see the people like me who have experienced the tyranny of living in the West, and extend whatever it is that you're going to give to me. I'm going to give it to them too. Okay, it's not enough to just give it to me. Otherwise, I wouldn't do the Exodus House, right? Otherwise, I wouldn't try to do anything of that scale because I'm good. I mean, look, my house nice, right? My house nice. I could stay in here all day, but I could stay in here for the rest of my days and edit films, and I'll be good. But that's not why we're here. Okay. Let's see. Yes. Yeah. Let me see. Yes, thank you, Felicia. We love you, Tanzanian people, right? I'm not saying that you don't have some crazy ones out there, but you Tanzanian people are just wonderful. You're wonderful. I mean, once you realize that we're down for you, and you know, not everybody's trying to get over. A lot of people are, but not everyone is, right? And when you find the genuine ones who are trying to see your success and your betterment, you stay close to them and you learn from them, and you rely on them. Don't pretend like you got this. You don't got it, right? Because there's so many things in the struggle. Paying your light bill is a struggle, right? Putting credit on your phone is a struggle. Um, Getting money out of the bank, you know, could be a struggle. If your bank is charging you a lot of money, you got to know how to get around that just to get some money, right? So you have to be the kind of person who has social equity, right? You have social value. You know how to speak to people. You know how to get around people. You know how to be kind. You know how to be friendly. You have to have that kind of social skill and life skill to be able to navigate this place, right? Um, Yay! Yes, let me see. Anna, TZ doesn't require it, but your airline does, right? And don't y'all forget to donate to the Exodus House. Use PayPal, buyblackbusiness@gmail.com. This is a more than, like I said earlier, it's not gonna be on no Airbnb. Okay? I'm not fitting the fetching stuff for no white folk. That's not gonna happen. This is for us. There are nuances to our experience that only us can understand. Another Tanzanian will not understand. Another, you know, a person who is not repatriating will not understand what you're going through. When you come here, you need to be amongst people who have been, who are in the same situation as you do, to help you, to guide you and nurture you. But first also peel back the layers of um of the brutality, you know, because we don't even realize when we come here that you're on edge. You're on edge. You To leave there, you're like, oh, I gotta pack. Oh, I gotta get on this plane. Oh, I gotta get off the plane. Oh, I gotta find a way to stay. Oh, what am I gonna do next? And by the time you actually get here, and after you sleep off the first day or two, you are still there. You're still like up here on like next, 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 next. You're still there. You don't even know how to relate to the environment that you're dealing with. You don't know how to relate to someone who says, come to my house and have dinner. You don't know how to relate to someone who says, oh, let me do that for you, without anything behind it. You don't know how to relate to kindness because even though you have repatriated, your mind is still enslaved. And unfortunately that is the situation with a lot of us who are coming. And unfortunately a lot of people are not making it. I'm not talking about the people who came to see. I mean the people who say they came to stay. the they have not taken the mental process of what is happening around them into account, that you have shifted out of a culture that has been designed to enslave you and disenfranchise you and abuse you. And now you've switched into a culture that is supporting you, to guide you and love you and care for you. And you don't know that yet. You don't know that yet. Your brain isn't even there yet, right? Your brain is still in, oh, they're trying to get over on me. They're trying it. They're trying me, Lord. Your brain is still there, right? So you have to think on these things when you come here. When I came off the plane, my instinct, I didn't like my driver. I didn't like him not one bit. My instinct said it. Okay. He didn't do nothing to me. He still hasn't done anything to me. Not Jackson. He still hasn't done anything to me. And he never gonna get the chance to do nothing to me because my sixth sense picked him up. Okay. I watched his eyes and I watched where he was looking all the time. He was looking at my wallet. He was looking where I was putting my wallet. He was looking at all that I was doing. Okay. So the minute I came here, I was clocking him, right? But I had a smile on my face. I was receiving all this beauty. I wasn't going to let, because I sensed the snake in the grass, that I wasn't going to enjoy the grass. I was enjoying the grass. I knew you was a snake, right? I knew you was a snake, and and you thought I was enjoying the grass so much that I didn't see you coming, not realizing that I was loving the grass so much to get away from you. So you have to learn how to pick. You have to learn how to pick what you're going to enjoy and how you're going to feel. Don't let anybody decide for you how you're going to feel, right? Let's see. So Bernardo Leonard says, we don't have Rona in TZ. Man, listen, I don't think you do either, but I think there's something. There's, Rona. Let's see. Okay, yes, Serenity, I will. Okay, so let me put it in chat. Post a comment. Let's see. So it's buyblackbusiness@gmail.com. BUYBLACK business. Excuse me. Okay, there we go. All right. So yeah. Let me see. Yeah, a review site says, he says that you're right, say that many of the repats who are coming to Tanzania still behave as if they're still in America, and they're going to make they're going to make their lives harder. Okay, what he just said is facts, right? What Homie Review Site said is facts, because this is a conservative country, right? Your pum pum shorts and your batirida and everything all hanging out to the front and all hanging out to the back. It doesn't fly here. The language, the smoking, the vulgarity, it doesn't fly here, right? You are going to have to become somebody who has some class, some grace, some dignity about you, and that is what gravitates the people to you, right? Um, so you're gonna have to understand that America is over there, right? I had to tell myself I left America. I left America. I did not carry it with me. I'm not gonna come all the way to Africa and, you know, and feel like some kind of anxious. Like I see, people, say, or the things that got under some people's skin, like to me it was like, I'm in Africa. My whole everything was I am in Africa. My grandmama was trying to get to Africa. Her mama before her was trying to get to Africa. Somebody who was born under the whip and the chain was trying to get the hell away and get to Africa. Somebody before her was trying to get to Africa. And me, I'm going to come and let somebody in a hotel get up under my skin? No. Me, you think I'm gonna let one of these crazy ass Tanzanian people with all their craziness get up under my skin? No. Somebody trying to scam me out of some money? Okay, you scam yourself. But you're not going to shade any of that shine, any of the ancestral shine, any of the shine that, like, no, you're not going to steal 400 years of shine from me, honey. I've come to shine brighter than the sun. So all of the griminess that I I saw, like, and it wasn't like, to me, it was just people trying it, right? It was just people really trying it. And and at that point I was like, okay, try it if you want to, you know. That was my mentality, and it still is like, I've seen some things like people still trying it, and I'm like, okay, try it if you want to, because these ancestors gonna show you their hands. These ancestors gonna lay their hands on you. I am just here shining and shining for them. So you have to have that sense of, like, relax, like, honey, I'm in Africa. I've been trying to get here my whole life. Y'all are on the, you're waking up now. You realize that the religion that you've been taught was wrong. You realize that the education system is wrong. You realize that the church is wrong. Your mama was wrong. Everybody was wrong. And you're waking up to that. And the sad, sad case for me is that I always knew, since I was 4 years old, I knew that all that shit was wrong. Okay. And it's a very difficult thing to be a woke Black person from the time you're a child. I was never baptized. I was never christened. I was never in anybody's church. My mother is a devout Jehovah's Witness, and she damn near tried to kill me multiple times because I wouldn't convert to her religion. And, no matter what they tried to do, they cut me off, they ostracized me, they put me out of the house, they took money away from me. They played favorites with who was lighter skin and who they felt like would have more. But I never embraced any of that shit. And I endured it. I wasn't going to go to nobody's church, because if you're a Black woman in America or anywhere in the West, if you're not going to church, you ain't getting no husband, you ain't getting no boyfriend. And I didn't. And I held on to what I felt was of value to me, which is the emancipation of my mind. I held on to what I thought was important to me, which is my ability to think and receive, right? I could be in a room full of Muslim people. They don't bother me, right? And so some people come here and it bothers them to hear like the call to the prayer. Like for me, it's beautiful, right? It's somebody waking up at 4 a.m. to celebrate their God. That works for me, right? I'm not going to do it. I don't care about what they do, but it doesn't bother me, right? And you can't get to that point where not because somebody believes or doesn't believe what you believe that you don't like them because X, Y, Z. That's white people folk. White fecal. That's white fecal. Divide and conquer. Finding anything to divide you and conquer and take you away from anything, right? So that's some of the things that I need you to put in your mind. You need to be fluid and flexible, right? You can't let your differences or let anything um that is, you see, you have to recognize the obstacle, right? I'm sure some of you have had, like, you've been on the job and you know somebody don't like you, but that they're not going to stop you from getting your paycheck. You're going to show up on time and you're going to do your job and you're going to do it better than they can, right? So it's the same. Whenever you come here, whenever you come to Africa, wherever in Africa you go, you have to understand that there are people who are going to look at your shine and go, why is she shining so bright? How dare you shine? Right? You're gonna get that. You're gonna get that. But remember, you're there to do your job, whether it's for you, you know, I mean, as a black woman, for me, like my ovaries, for me to witness the death of black men over and over and over again did something to me, my womb, my soul. It hurt me in my womb to see black the blood of black men being spilled in violence by people who are supposed to protect them, which, as we know historically, the police, especially the sheriff's departments, they were set up by they're the same slave catchers, right? They're just now deputized slave catchers, right? And that's where it comes from. So it's deeply racist to even have any interaction with the police because they're traditionally slave catchers. Your daddy didn't like him, your granddaddy didn't like him, and your great granddaddy didn't like him for a reason. Okay? So let me see. Okay, let me see. Yeah, y'all just need to put yourself into action, right? Put yourself into action. Put yourself into action. We from the Caribbean were making their Black Americans. Yes, Karen, but Karen says we from the Caribbean, one making their Black Americans will have a harder time. It depends, though. It depends because I've seen African Americans come and like they go hard. I've seen one lady repatriate and she's doing her clothes by hand. She does her laundry by hand and they walk everywhere and I'm like, oh, they go hard. So it depends on who and it depends on the heart, and some people, they will do anything as long as they're with who they love, as long as they're with their family, they'll do anything. And what I've seen from the African Americans who are repatriating here, they're very open-minded, right? So I don't know why I didn't see any of them in America, but that I'm here in Africa, I see a lot of our brothers and sisters who are open-minded to to trying new things. But there is just a place there are just things that is going to be difficult to overcome, and that is a fact. right? So we just have to get accustomed. They just have to get accustomed to the environment. Yes, some people try that in the Gambia. They're no in big problem hiding. Yes. Okay, let me see. If you live in New York, Chicago, Detroit is a piece of cake for you. It's like you will have a PhD to get. Exactly. Yeah, so Martha says if you live in New York, Chicago, or Detroit, Africa is a piece of cake for you, right? And she's right because it's the same shit. It's okay. You know, like New York, when it's hot and it's summertime, that's when the crime rate goes up. Okay, it's hot here all the it's hot here all the time, okay? So don't expect anything to go away, right? Because you moved yourself to Africa. What you should expect is you have to keep your third eye open. You have to keep your mind open. You have to keep your consciousness open. You have to pay attention. If something is like in the back of your head saying this is not right, it's not right. And pay attention to the people too. If somebody says, I don't think you should go over there, don't go. If somebody says that's not a good idea, it's probably not a good idea because they're exposed to things that you cannot see. If someone says, I'd like to help you to do that, let them help you do that because you don't know where the blessing is. And I think I said it before that, one of the things that these cultures, you have to be open to let them help you because, or let people help you, right? Because if you take things in your own hands and it doesn't work right, and then you run to the person who said, let me help you, then you look stupid. Not just that, the person feels used or dejected. Many of us will jump in and say, okay, I'll help you now that you realize that what you're doing is foolishness and we're here. I'll guide you out of it. Okay. And what did you learn from that mistake? Okay. So, let people help you, let people guide you, let people show you. I'll give people a little bit of room to try to help you, right? Um, and yeah, and allow your consciousness to guide you, right? And above all, like have some fun, man. Have some fun. Like come through this place. Like people say, Renee, you haven't been to Zanzibar? No. You haven't been to Tanga? No. You haven't been to Arusha? No. I've been to Dar es Salaam, but I'm going to tell you that I look out my window and to me it's fun. It's beautiful. I see a white rabbit on a green lawn. I see beautiful trees. That's fun for me. The weather is warm outside. I don't have to put on any gloves or any boots or any scarves or a hat. That's fun for me. It's beautiful. Like I can look at a tree and I know that's a guava tree, that's a passion fruit, that's a soursop tree. I can see all the trees. That's fun for me. I'm satisfied. My soul is satisfied, right? Um, and at the Exodus house, if I want to go to the beach, I could go out to the front yard, and I'm at the beach, right? So I make myself. I don't have to have all the nice things and I don't have to see all the nice things and I don't have to be all the places, but I make myself contented because the time is going to come when I will get to go to those places and I will get to go to Arusha and I will get to go to Kilimanjaro and the Serengeti. That time will come, but now the time is to work and I don't want to be caught sleeping on the job. Like I don't want my ancestors to send me to Africa and y'all to send me a few coins to help, to build this Exodus house. And I'm not on the job. I'm on the job. So that's it's Arusha's gonna be there, Tanga's gonna be there, but for me, Dar es Salaam is enough, right? Let me see what's happening here with these reviews. Oh, hey Riva. Hey Faraji. Let's see. Yes, acceptance letter. These builds, there are people here. There are people here. Just open your eyes. Use your third eye. Stay woke, right? This is not to say treat everybody like a thief or whatnot, but stay woke, stay conscious, stay on point, right? Nanny says the vaccines are coming out soon, right? So by any means, be prepared to fight or flight. And that is a fact. That is a fact. We are in fight or flight time. We can't be, they're fighting this war with needles, right? They're fighting this war with needles with an unproven vaccine. There's so many things about this vaccine that I find just crazy. Like, the research says, I'm a documentary filmmaker, so I do research, YouTube. So don't be censoring my stuff because I'm going to talk the truth. The research suggests that most people who have been exposed to COVID-19 do not develop antibodies, means that they have a high infection rate. They can be reinfected with the COVID-19 virus. Okay. Now, what is the purpose of a vaccine? The purpose of a vaccine is to develop your antibodies to prevent you from getting that disease again. Now, if the COVID-19 virus does not develop the natural antibodies, what is the purpose of the vaccine? Please, can somebody enlighten me? Can one of y'all enlighten me? Right? Can somebody, what is in these vaccines? Is it Christmas? Is it gold? Is there a Maserati in the vaccine? I just want to know, because if the research says that people who have gotten the COVID-19 does not develop an immunity, why are you pushing a vaccine that will not give you any kind of immunity? Inquiring minds would like to know. I'm just curious. Are there any educated people out there? Let's see. Okay, so Kaz says, Renee, do you think my natural skincare would be successful in TZ? Asking because they have natural resources there like shea and coconut oil. Of course, come through. Come through. The market is here. There are a lot of repatriates who are here who will support you, who will buy your goods. The stores here sell the same things that are sold overseas, right? So these women are serious about their beauty. Okay, this is for you, Carol's Organic Kitchen. Come through. Oh, there goes Nicholas. Okay. Here we go. So Nicholas says, my move to Tanzania is the perfect timing because the vaccine cartels is rising. We're first on the list to be killed and demolished. Yes, do away with. Listen, these people are they're not playing with y'all. They're not playing with y'all. Okay? If the majority, go and Google it. Go over there. There, yeah, where's the button? There, that's all. Go Google it, right? Google it. Google it. Coronavirus, getting COVID-19 does not give you immunity from gaining it again. A lot of people can be reinfected with the disease because the disease mutates to create different strains. That is a fact. Okay? So how many strains is this vaccine going to make you immune against? They need to write the chemical complex of whatever it is that they're saying, Before any y'all take this vaccine, let them write the chemical complex for you, okay? And let them define for you which strain of the COVID-19 vaccine that is giving you immunity against. Because if it's only giving you immunity against one strain, and they're known to be like 30 different variations and or 100 different what do you call it, mutations of the thing, then what is the purpose of the vaccine? People, I'm asking you an intelligent question and I need you to think intelligently. This vaccine is not your friend. Okay, don't be thinking that, oh, we got us a new president, a new vice president, and this, that, and the third, and all is well yakety do, and we're gonna go through. You're not going through. You're not going through. Okay, the only through for you to do is go to Africa before they shut this shit down, and they are shutting it down again. Okay, so let's see who's sending us love. I see. Oh, okay. Henry Kenyaga said Tanzania loves you guys and feel at home. You're not newcomers. No, you're African. We're African. We're one big family. What is ours is yours. We love you all. We welcome you back home to Africa. Thank you, Henry. This repatriation is of value only that the Tanzanians are involved or on board, and we need your voices. We need your voices to be heard. We probably need to get some kind of what do you call it, petition going, right? That we petition the government to let them know that Tanzanian people recognize us and they want us to return. They want the right to abode. Yes. Brittany said them want to kill we off straight. That mess there, you know, money and lies in the vaccine. Okay. Yes, Henry says we can fight. Yeah, these are not good things. These are not good things. Like, you know, one of the funny things that the thing that I used to find really crazy and funny in America is like watching these medical commercials, and it will say, this pill will clean up the red blotches on your skin, but it will also cause liver damage, eye eye problems, nausea, diarrhea, upset stomach, vision vision problems. I'm like, how the hell did it get on the market? You know, how the hell did it get on the market? Like, what did you, how did you pass it? You know, and a lot of these drugs that are on the market, they are passed with some really low thresholds. And we're talking about the, you know, putting drugs into the most complex machine on the planet. The human body is the most complex machine there is. Everything that you can see, that any kind of machinery was built off of the human body. The camera was built off of your eyes, being able to capture something in all the range and specks of colors with your cones and all your different, you know, light spectrums. Your eyes, the car, the engine was built off of your digestive tract. You are one of the most complex things. You are the most complex thing, right? You have the same makeup that makes up chlorophyll, that makes up the plant, makes up your blood. How is that even possible? How is that possible? And they're talking about giving you some injection to fight off a disease that your body can naturally fight. I would like to see the commercial for the ginger and echinacea and lemon. Why aren't they selling us that? Why don't they give us like some kind of discount on lemons? No, there is no money to be made off of lemons. There is no money to be made off of, you know, eating copious amounts of oranges. There is no money to be made off of that, right? But they want to play all kinds of games with people's lives. But let me tell you something, you black folk. That melanin that you got, that is the most indestructible thing there is on this planet, okay? The darkness, the shade of your skin is called a complexion. Break up the word complexion. It is complex. It is a complex mineral that makes up your durability. So whatever that they come in through with, this melanin here is going to be able to battle it and break it down and fight down. Your body can battle this thing. You just have to take care of yourself properly, okay? But don't let them shut them damn borders with you on the other side of it. Trying to give you no COVID-19 vaccine because it's not for you. They just had a news report right here on the TV talking about by the time they calculate the cost of the trucking, and it has to be shipped refrigerated, and it's going to be a sub level of freezing, and by the time it gets to you, it's going to be so expensive, right? So now this thing that they said a week ago that was they were marketing it and saying, oh, it can be produced so cheaply for pennies on the dollar, is now only going to be available to rich folk. Not that we want it, but if it was something that we needed, it would be priced out. And if y'all are in any of those situations that you have to get one of these vaccines, make sure you get the one out of India. Don't get the one that's made in the UK or wherever they're making it for the US market. Get the one that's made in India. The Indian vaccines are better quality. They have a longer history of making quality vaccines. I took JoJo to Jamaica when she was 1 month old, just so I could have her vaccinated in Jamaica under the Indian vaccine and not the Pfizer or whatever it is that they give out in America. I'm very careful with her, and I had her on a delayed schedule. So if they said she was supposed to get this vaccine at 3 months, I gave it to her at 9 months. So she was always 6 months behind in her vaccination schedule because I did not like how, based on the child growth rate, where those vaccines fell in her growth rate. JoJo is one of the tallest children in her class. She is one of the tallest children in any group of children for her age group. And it's a little bit more than just genetics because, I'm not putting anything in her system that is going to downgrow her, as we say in Jamaica. So the Indian vaccines are more trustworthy because those people have ethics, okay? When it comes to capitalism, there is no such thing as ethics in America, and we cannot afford unethical people to be in charge of our healthcare system. We can't afford unethical people who only worship the dollar as their god, to inject us and inject our children, okay? So come use to Africa, eat you some soursop, drink some lemon, get you some vitamin D, drink a lot of this, water, get some fresh air, get from underneath those masks, come to Africa. Take your health into your own hand, right? Don't let these people play games with you. Let's see. Let me see, who else? Right? Nani says the right thing. Too much sedentary lifestyle, right? Our parents, our grandparents used to walk everywhere. The sedentary lifestyle isn't good for us, right? Let me see. Via my workshop that so-called beauty industry products can cause more harm. Yes, the skin is the largest organ, Carol. It's the largest organ on your body, and they give you all of this stuff that goes into the most porous part of your body, which is the hair, your scalp, right? And they want to, give you all this stuff in the name of beauty, right? So Yeah, something to be said for the simple life. Yeah, sea moss is here, Carol. Don't worry, the sea moss there. We're surrounded by the sea, honey. Yes. Yes, Tanisha said many children are battling with issues that she's never heard of as a child, right? Because of these vaccines, they have completely, like, they took away some words and replaced it with, autism, and you're on the spectrum of autism, and you're this and you're that. There is an insurance fund, and I learned everything when I was pregnant. There is an insurance fund for people who have suffered injuries from vaccines. Go Google it. Don't take Renee's word for it. And how is it that you have an insurance fund and you say vaccines are safe for people who have been damaged by vaccines? They're not 100% safe. They know that. They know that. Okay? But suddenly, what's going to save us all is a vaccine. Let me tell you, you see these anti vaxxers people? They're having a field day with this. Yep. Yeah, Joyce, hurry up, my dear. Hurry up. Stephanie, no, it's not good. It's not good it's not hard to find a good pediatrician. Um, there's a London clinic. There's also a hospital like literally around the corner from the house. And, they do full spectrum tests on her to make sure everything is fine. No, it wasn't hard to find a doctor, for JoJo at all. Wow. So, Life Little Thing says Qantas Airlines is now requiring the vaccine for international flights. A lot of them are, right? Yeah. Oh, they're requiring the vaccine for international flights. Y'all need to listen. I told you. I told you. I've been done told you to get up on out of there, right? You already know it's black people that are at the number one risk. The fact that you have black skin alone says that you're at risk for this COVID-19 disease, if there's such a thing. There's such a thing, right? But they're saying it's killing black people more. Okay. And if it is killing black people more, and you don't want to take a vaccine, the other solution is go to Africa, right? And I don't understand it. A lot of you are talking to me and are communicating with me, but you need to be putting those plans into action. You're like real now, like now. This vaccine, there is a ton of money to be made. The only people who are going to be able to really get it are poor people and rich people. The rest of you middle class working black folk, you're going to have to pay for the death. I don't know, man. It's really sad. Life Little Things, you should get on out now. Yeah. You can stick your COVID vaccine up your ass. Yeah. Yeah, don't walk, run. I think I hear JoJo. Don't walk, run. It's time to go. Hey, Nicole. Demons, the demons are on the loose high frequency, but we got this. Wow. Yeah, we've been talking about, you see, everything that they say black people talk about is a what I'm call it, conspiracy theory, right? Is a conspiracy theory. But I mean, so the theory of E equals MC squared is followed every day. It's a theory, but it's followed every day to be proven true, right? So don't let anybody discount you or overlook you or undermine you because you realize that they're doing something that you don't, is not mainstream. Okay, there are thousands that the theory of evolution, right, is followed every day and proven to them, to some people, to be correct. Okay, so you have to really pay attention to how they're packaging things. Oh, that's just a conspiracy theory. Oh, they're just no. Uh-uh. You have to be conscious of how they use language against you, right? Let me see. Yep, more pride. They feel entitled to control the earth, but you know what? Yes, Nicholas, we're there, man. We're there. Because you see, the thing about it is, a lot of the ones who eyes are open, they are allowing themselves to stay for material reasons. And I'm telling you, as Bob Marley said, money can't buy life, right? Nothing that you have there. Your eyes are open, your ears are open, your consciousness is open. You know, so them a plan for kill you. See the vaccine now come now. Yes, them a plan for distribute the vaccine. Now they're making it mandatory. If you don't have the vaccine, you can't go to school. You can't get on the plane. You can't do this. You can't do that. You soon can't wash your car without the vaccine. They're going to tell you you can't leave your house without the vaccine. Okay? They're going to come up with a World War Zero plan for you people, right? And it's going to be detrimental to a lot of people. And I'm not talking about just those who get the vaccine, right? Think about the people who don't get the vaccine. And if there is one that is going to do broad spectrum cure, need the vaccine, right? No, I want y'all to remember something, that in the trials, that at least 5 people have died. That is a high threshold. Yes, Dermot dropped the ancestor them said true. People have died in these tests for these vaccines. Okay? So you don't think that the vaccine is a cure and everything is going to go back to normal. Okay? Don't let these material things hold on to you. Yeah. Well, higher frequency, you have to remember that most of these pharmaceutical companies were founded by the Nazi Germans. The Americans went and took them from Germany and brought them to the United States under Operation Paperclip to develop their pharmaceutical and their weapons industry. So you have to remember that a lot of the pharmaceutical industry comes out of weapon manufacturing. It comes out of Agent Orange and nerve gas. Look up a company called BASF. BASF. They're a huge chemical processing company, and they come out of Nazi Germany, right? These companies are out there, right? There is no conspiracy theory. It's the fact and it's the truth. It is Nazi Germany by a different name, right? We just have to make up our mind what we're a part of and what we are not a part of, and trust and believe me. This is no damn cakewalk. Like, sometime when the light go in, I lose power over here and I'm like, Lord God, what am I gonna do now? But at the same time, I would rather the light go off here than be on in America, and have my sensibilities, the threshold in my consciousness so lowered that I can't pick up instinctively that something is wrong because they want everything to be all right. You know, you go to the supermarket, you can always find what you want. You go to buy anything. Oh, I have a guest. Yes, who would this know? Hey, Nicholas. Well, Bridget, you good? I
Let
can't
me.
hear you.
Oh, sorry,
Yes,
I
I can
just.
hear you now.
Yeah.
Yes,
My day up on the
yes,
work, and me and say, boy, you spit so much of fire, me have to try come in to say something, you know?
yeah, man. Do come in and thank you so much for the donation the other day, Bridget. You really help. You really helped me in a sticky situation. I appreciate it.
Now, worry, man, I start, we just a get started, you know? Because we know that, hey, me said, that move where you make to Tanzania, I mean, I know many other people out there feel the way I feel. It is just so powerful because look what happening now. Look what unfold since you move, you know?
Yes. Okay. So let me set you all up. Let me introduce this guy to you. Nicholas is my friend for about 10 years now on Facebook, right? And
Yes.
he has seen me write some things. He's seen me launch my app. Heard me on Muta Baruka show. He knows about me and the kind of person that I am more than a lot of you who have met me face to face because he knows my work and my work ethic and the kind of person I am. And when I just dig off and say, I'm gone Africa, he knew it was coming. He knew it was coming because I've been saying it for years. But that what we need to do is return to Africa. And I made the quantum leap of 400 years of all generation. And I'm proud to have my brethren to witness it and tell me about it now, Nicholas.
I want to be more than a witness. I want to be a part of it.
Yes,
I want to be a
yes,
part of it, guys. Yeah, man,
it's
because look, I
time.
mean, let me, let me share something with you. Right now, I work with tourists, right? And I've been doing an
Yes,
investigation to find out about what's going on with the vaccine and what's going on with the virus. And I get to realize that most of the uptown white people and the people that from the suburb are not really dying from coronavirus because they have a treatment that is sharing amongst themselves. I guess to find out from the tourists here because I guess give me a little text messages with hydroxychloroquine, um, zinc sulfate, and another antibiotics I
zinc.
can't really pronounce it. Yes, zinc,
Yes,
hydroxychloroquine, and antibiotics called Alzheimer's or something. But I have it. And I met him yesterday. He was in his 70s, like 75 years old. And he said he got the virus. And when he called his daughter, the first thing his daughter told him, coronavirus. He stayed home.
you're
I mean,
breaking
he
up,
called his daughter.
Nicholas. You're breaking up, Nicholas. You're breaking up.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah, Nicholas. Yes, you're better.
Yeah. So when the gentleman called his doctor told him, don't go to the hospital, stay home. And they give him the zinc, hydroxychloroquine, and the
Yes,
antibiotics. And he was good. He was good.
yes,
So they wage war on hydroxychloroquine, but they are using it.
yes,
They are using it. I get to find out that. And then most of the guests say they're not going to take the vaccine because they all know the plan. They all know the plan. And I got a feeling even if they get a vaccine, they're gonna get a different vaccine from what the third world gonna get, like Jamaica or even someplace in Africa. You know, so I I wanted to come to Africa from a long time, from Jamaica. and the company then can present itself. And I obviously don't know where to go. But because I know
Okay, hold
you
on,
and I
Nick.
know that
Nick, you're breaking up. Maybe it's the room you're in. Yeah, hide, man.
you
Who
know,
you hide from?
no, you know what, I'm on the phone, I'm on the job. I'm on the
I
phone,
know, I
I'm on the
know,
job. Yeah. If I was at
I
home, I
know
would have
that.
been on the
I
community.
know.
Yeah. But listen, things are breaking up, right? Um,
Yes,
my new album coming, right? I got to talk to you off the air
yes,
because I got a plan for my new album where you're gonna be a big part of it. Okay, you're gonna be a big part of it. You hear you hear a small piece of the song already that I make for the Exodus House.
yes. Upon it.
Yeah,
Anything you're doing,
it
I'm on it, big brother. Yeah, it
yeah,
cut. It
yeah,
just cut for a minute. Yeah.
yeah, it cut for a minute,
Anything
yeah.
you're doing, I'm on it.
But I'm
Yes,
saying, boy, I'm
yes.
saying it's amazing how you move at the right time because Rasta been singing about this for years. And when I realized you were going, I was like, wow, because I see many other YouTubers doing it, many other people doing it. But when I see you going, I get so excited because I, like I said, I know you before you get Jojo. I know a lot of the struggle. I know when you went to China. I know when you went to the Middle East. I know everything because remember with Proudly, I was always following you. And
Yes, you're a big supporter. Yes,
yes, and
yes.
your the website Exodus Africa, is it up and running good right now? Your website.
It's up and running, but I have issues that I need at least a week to sit and program it. But me not have that the time there right now because me I edit my schoolwork and me have to do it before them run me out of the school. So I'm it's there. It just needs some work that I don't have the time to attack right now. But mid-January is when I'm going to for sure have the time to really just get all of my programming properly.
Well, listen, my this album I have coming is
Yes.
totally about what going on and about black people and about supporting black unite repatriation. And I want to launch this album in Africa. I don't want to launch it in the West. I'm not interested
Okay. Look,
in.
hold on, Nicholas. I also own a Roku channel called Nana TV. So if you make the music videos, we can release them there.
Yeah, I currently working on the videos right now. I have like 3 videos I'm working on. Got my son doing the editing
Yes.
now. But like
Yes.
I saying that's why I want to talk to you off the year. But I shouldn't be talking this year. But it's
Yes.
good for people to know how talented you are. That I
All
can
the
say,
things, because sometimes when you talk,
yeah, I want to launch my
yes,
album.
sometimes when you talk,
Yeah, man, may I hear you? Yeah. So
yes,
I
sometimes when you
wanted to
talk, you
launch.
manifest the thing. You buy the words. Remember, it's
Yes.
the words you speak that creates the reality, right? Because when you
Right.
open the first part of the Bible, what it say in the Genesis, in the Genia, it says, and the Lord spoke, right? So you have to speak. So you speak and create the thing out of your breath. You understand? Your human
Right.
life, your lungs. Speak, inhale the earth, the life, and speak the thing, right? You want to launch it in
Yeah.
Africa? This is where
Yeah,
you
man.
should do it.
Yeah, I
You
want to launch it
understand?
in Africa.
Let me
Yeah.
tell you, the
But
market, if the conscious music market is here. You see, Jackson, all him do, I listen to reggae music all day long. We can't take him. Me listen to me listen to nothing but pure Baba Shanti. Pure Baba Shanti drumming and them something them I listen to and coming rhythm and them thing them I listen to all day long. But when it comes to the music, the market is here. The market is here. They're ripe for conscious music, live music, music, shows for conscious, clean, respectful things. The market is here for it. So you cannot put your foot wrong. They love Jamaican music, they love Jamaican culture, they love Jamaican people. But our kind of music, not the rare stuff from them.
Yeah, because you see, from what I understand is that at Jamaica right now and the West is like you have to sign a certain contract that come with certain conditions, and I'm not into that. I'm not gonna sell out
It's the same thing.
because
Yeah.
yes,
Yes.
yes. So this song is for my people and for this movement because, as you can see, the US have it with the police brutality for years. Jamaica have. I hear you talk about Jamaica and how they treating um or the government. It's been years. I was listening to Kabu and and Running Africa and
Yeah.
IFM, and there's a lady that write a book. I
Yes.
forget what the book name. I'm gonna hook you up to that book, and she talk about how they destroy her business in the 90s. I don't know if you know about it. And put her out of she house, and so it's a long time Jamaica government been holding down the people, and you can't get the opportunity. So that's why I say, yo,
Listen,
my album.
there are things that I cannot talk about that I know for a fact personally with Jamaican business that people close to businesses. Some businesses you see close down. Some businesses you see just fold. Like you ask yourself, well, what happened to this soft drink company that used to be so popular? They're no more. You think they just go out of business on their own? No,
Hey,
Jamaica is a long knife dagger type place. But take a chance. Come and take a chance. There is enough of us here to support you if you say, okay, I'm gonna do a live music thing over here one evening. We're going, take a place and sell some tickets or whatever, right? To start the circulation. There's enough of us here. There I am here. There's enough people right now who are coming who want to support each other and build a community around it. So any business that you're coming with now, the music is needed, right? The music is needed.
yeah, yeah,
The Yeah, the music is needed. The consciousness is needed, right? We don't want a fool, dibby dibby, quabs, taka people. That's not what we want. We want we want real substance, right?
and
And we
you
want
know,
people.
for all the years I'm in music, I felt as if
Mhm.
I just find my purpose right now.
Yes. Well,
Yeah,
that's the thing. It's for all the years I'm in business development and web development. I feel I just find my purpose. Like I
yes,
knew my purpose, but I am aligned in it. But imagine when you find your purpose and you're in the place of your purpose. Imagine when you come here and you look out and you see nothing but your people, and you see nothing but your people supporting you, right? So
give me 1 minute.
yeah,
Um, I see
I
somebody
see
here
you have
say,
to.
yeah, I see somebody here say music is too over sexual, make me sick. I got the
Yes.
same problem. I got the same problem. And
Hmm.
that that person gonna love my album when it come out because it's
Yes,
like,
and we love it already. Like the teaser that you sent. Oh my God, that was amazing. We were jamming to that. It was amazing. It's
I'm
great.
going to send you
It's
the full
great.
song when I finish talking. I'm going to send you the full song
Yes,
because I
yes,
just get it
please.
back from the studio. Yeah, I just get it back
Yes,
complete. Yeah, you're not in
yes,
it. You're
and
gonna really
even
love it.
you see, even that too is a potential business. Is the music studio, the recording, it is. Look at it by terms of being your own boss and handling and managing your own business. The guy who brought the first reggae concert here, I met him and he is moving to Ghana. Okay. So the market is here. The connections are here. The people are here. The Jamaican consulate is here. If it's a concert type business, if it's live music, if it's recording, it's here, you know. And Tanzania is not just Tanzania, you know, because remember, music is something that you can do from anywhere, right? It's something you can do from anywhere. You can write, yeah, you can write, you can produce.
Yeah, because
Yes.
I will release it globally, but I want to heavily promote it in Africa.
Yes.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah, we'll talk about the things that you're going to have to do to make sure, right? Because you see Tanzania is they're a Swahili speaking country, right? And that is a key. Ghana, they speak Ga and Twi. That is a key. So there are lots of little things that you can do in your music to make yourself more universal depending on the audience, right? Depending on your audience. So, you have to stay focused on who your audience is, but you don't have to launch a thing only in Africa to make it popular to us.
No, it will launch globally, but the promotion,
Yes.
most of the promotion, because when you launch a album or a EP, you can choose which region you want to promote it. You can choose which region. And I always do Africa, I always do that side, even though sometimes you don't get back good feedback from it. But
Yes.
I always choose that region because I'm not interested in the West. The West is a total loss, Kings. Yeah, Babylon, the matrix is going down. You understand? And just
And
like
they want
you,
to joke them. The matrix is going down and they want to joke up everybody.
because the time is up.
They want to joke the whole away with vaccine before they want to
Yeah,
kill
because
everybody before they go down.
they are desperate. The time is up. The time is up now.
Yes.
Yeah, the time is up, and they
Yes.
want. Yeah, so they really want to make sure that it's like they're looking for straws to hold on to because the unity of black people and the
Hmm.
repatriation and the awakening is
Hmm.
happening, and they're seeing it, and they don't know how to stop
Okay.
it, and they can't stop it.
So see, Real but yet Yahuda says he will sing on your album. So Yahuda, drop your email address, my brethren, or something. Yes. So up here, Killer Babylon, a weep and all them something that me a play a bundong Babylon. Appear them something that me a listen to a daytime. Bun them down. It's done. It's over. I mean, it's a
But look,
lost cause. Hmm?
but look how long Rastaman talk about um these type of thing,
Whew.
and look how it happen now. Look how long Rasta sing the
Right before our
microchip.
very eyes.
I can't believe it.
Right before our very. No, me believe it. Me believe it because you see, them same people there, those same people, our people, right, used to give a soursop leaf to drink and soursop juice and all kind of something and tell you, say, if you eat the fish head, you will get smart. Now we're finding out that all of the proteins that work for the fish brain that will make your brain more powerful is in the fish head. Now we're finding out that the soursop leaf is one of the most potent anti-carcinogens on the planet. The soursop juice as well. Them never need no PhD for to know if to take moringa, right? But they've been taking it and them live for a hundred years. So I mean, I'm not surprised at these people, and I respect them so much that anything them tell me are true. And
Me I tell
if
you, boy. Yeah, man.
well,
You know,
all the
I
man
just
tell me said no do this or no do that a true she talk. She must know.
I just take my mother off a whole heap of pressure tablet and sugar tablet, and I put her on ginger, neem, turmeric, and moringa. Yeah, and she
Moringa.
tell me, yeah, she tell me, say me save her life because she used to be getting very dizzy from all the medication, because she diabetic.
Medication. Hmm.
Yeah, she diabetic, and I take her on.
Hold on. See who do I email there now? Email him RAYAHBATHYAD. Wait. Yeah, AH. Write it down.
Yeah, I looking.
Right?
Let me see if we get a pen. Yeah,
Tara Collins says she loves soursop. Listen, a tree soursop. Me get off from a tree this week. I'm gonna make some wicked soursop juice with a lime. Ooh, Lord. Jojo drink off the whole thing. You know? I know them all over the sea moss, right? Let me tell them about sea moss. This well, no, must of the same sitting on the called Irish moss. You see my daughter named Jojo wanna see her run up and down. When I took Jojo to Jamaica, I had her in Jamaica for 1 year. She was born in America. I took her there when she was 1 month old. Jojo's formula to support the breast milk was Irish moss with a handful of oatmeal, a spoonful of cocoa powder, and a little bit of honey, and that was her porridge, right? And she used to call it chocolate milk, Irish moss. When me leaving from Jamaica, I brought one suitcase full of Irish moss for her. So you can't iron
hey, listen, listen.
that make out of iron.
Listen. This is unbelievable. This is meant to be. Listen to this. You know what I've been doing since the quarantine happened? Making sea
Wait,
moss and sell it.
really? The drink?
Yes, I make. Yeah, the drink with linseed and chia seed and peanut.
Yes. The you know what I'm calling it? The rest of them call it the linseed, the icing glass, and the Gomorrah bitters and the linseed. Listen, see, Yahuda sent a correction for his email. Match it up to what you have and make sure this is the right one.
Yeah,
Raya, but
I writing it
yeah,
down. Yeah.
Yahuda. Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I do
So
throughout the
listen to me, man.
quarantine.
The icing. Listen, and you see the other compound called nutmeg. The nutmeg is full of magnesium, right?
Listen,
So all of
listen, man.
you have a full range spectrum.
Well, I know. I just put 4 nutmeg in my sea moss. 4. I put
Never
cinnamon.
that may I tell you?
Hey, cinnamon.
Cinnamon,
I
the
might
nutmeg.
look. Let me show you something. This is how I sell them. Look, I have a bottle right
Yes.
here.
Bag of
You
money that.
understand?
Bag of big money that. Big money.
Tomorrow, if
Big
you want
money.
tomorrow,
Irish.
I'm gonna send you a few pictures on WhatsApp. You're gonna be blown away. It's a big production I have.
Yes.
That's I didn't even want to come back
The
to work.
Irish.
I was
You see
making.
that the
I was selling
nutmeg?
so much.
The nutmeg on top of the Irish moss is so powerful, right? Because a lot of them feel run down the Irish moss. They don't understand that it is a complex. It has to be. It is a complex that you involve it with other things. You involve it with the cinnamon. You
Exactly.
involve it with the nutmeg. You involve it with other high high nutrient food, and you create a superfood out of it, right? And a lot of them don't even know how to do it, how to boil it, how to take care of it, how to use it. Let them go on.
But hold on,
Them a
hold on,
run. Them
hold
a
on.
run.
I don't cook my sea
Mhm.
moss now. I don't boil it, and I used
No,
to
it
boil
goes
it
in the
years ago.
blender. It
I
goes in
don't
the
boil it
blender.
anymore. Yeah, I wash it.
No,
I wash it with lime.
that's
I wash
all you
it with
need to do.
lime. Yeah. Hey, I
That's
get
all
good
you need to
feedback
do.
from it. Like tomorrow morning, I'll be making like about 40 bottles. 40.
Yes.
And by the
Yeah.
time I
Come
finish made that,
through.
by the next couple days, gone. I mean, by 2 days, it's gone. I went by the gym. Oh my goodness. I mean, I don't have hand to sell there. Because
Britney,
muscle man, they really love the sea moss. Because the sea moss, it have 92 minerals. 92.
92. Listen to me,
Yes.
man. If you come down at the Exodus house, we got it coming up off the ocean out there.
Listen, you see, when me come at the Exodus house, I want to have a live band set up waiting for me.
Wow, you are the live banner. You will come entertain
All
with.
right. So give thanks to the Almighty. My dream are becoming a reality. We can see Africa for what it is. No more of the Babylon story. We got Babylon lion the agony. Yeah, man, I'm
Yeah,
gonna send the song to give you.
yeah.
I'm gonna send the
Up, up,
song to
up,
give
up,
you
up,
just
up,
now.
up, 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 up.
As soon as we finish talk here, I'm gonna WhatsApp you the song, because the song is complete.
Fantastic,
Yeah.
fantastic, fantastic. Yeah, man. Make
All right, you
sure
want
you
to know. Me up on the
you
work,
have to go
and
work.
my brother, you have been holding it down for me, so I can talk a little bit. But now we have to go
Yes.
do something. So
Okay,
earlier
run
when they said we
one.
do like this, earlier when they said we do like this, it was the boss now. And I said to the boss, I'm on a call, please, which not alone, but you don't know. I saw you think, you know, I will break the rule to talk with you. Yeah.
Enough respect. Enough respect.
Okay.
Thank
All
you
right.
so
Bless
much.
up.
Yeah, man. Keep
One
sending
love.
on the live music. Yes, my friend. Yes.
Yeah.
Take it
All right.
easy.
Yeah, man.
All
Yeah.
right. Bye bye. Good to see you.
Yeah,
Thanks.
man. Definitely. Yes. Yes. And
Yes, yes, yes.
big up to all your viewers and all who follow you and
Yes.
all who support the project. I hope they know that this is the time and now is the time. You know?
Yes.
Yeah, man.
Yes, yes,
All right.
yes. Yes.
One love. One
Okay.
love, my
Take
sister.
care. All right,
All right.
Nicholas. It's
Right.
good to
Yeah.
see you. All right. Bye
Yeah,
bye.
man. Okay.
Yes, people. So when you don't know how the thing go, right? Um, so Nicholas came through and and blessed me with him song and him music, but the Exodus house, man, it's time for us. It's time for us to leave there. Please continue to send the support. I'm gonna put the information in the chat, right? Please continue to support the project, right? I must be honest with you, I would not be able to get this far without you. So I appreciate all of your support. This thing is a necessity, right? The way how that house came to me was more like, okay, Renee, me know that you will do what you're supposed to do with this house, right? And I don't want to be a person that sees something and doesn't do it. I know that this is supposed to help people. I felt like Noah. When I got the house, I felt like Noah. I felt like, okay, this is what you have to do now to prepare for these people because they're coming. This is what you have to do, right? Africa, the house not done yet. It's almost finished though. It's almost finished. It's almost finished. So we have the windows and painting, and I'm going to tile it, right? And so I would say in another 30 days that it would be finished. So with your support, buyblackbusiness@gmail.com, use PayPal, Patreon, take the same amount of money, so just go straight to PayPal and done. Let me see. Hey, Kimon. Hi. Okay, so gone you gone, Kimon? Okay, yes, thank you, Rhea. Yes, praying for the Most High using you to bring us. Yes, Nani. Yes, thank you, Nani. For sure, for sure, for sure. Thank you for your prayers because we have to take these things seriously. We have to take these things seriously. These people, these white folk ain't playing with us. Let me tell you something. I've never seen more white people than I have in the last like 2 weeks. I don't know what happened to foreign. I don't know what happened in the Netherlands or in England or in France or in America or what, but all of a sudden the Mzungus are showing up because they realize it's time to go. Okay. And I do not want to, I don't want to see them. I want to see you. I want to look out and see all Black folk. I like it. It's a very good feeling. Okay. So please come through. Come through. Take your time with yourself. Come, don't rush yourself, pace yourself, find yourself somewhere to live, take care of yourself, eat well, take your rest, right? Pace yourself, plan to leave and leave. And when you come, you take the time to fall into the rhythm of the culture, fall into the rhythm of the place, understand how to buy food. Don't make yourself difficult. Don't make yourself to be so high maintenance that you can't find yourself comfortable here, right? So they're coming. Okay. Okay, so Torah, email me, exodusafrica1@gmail.com. That's XODUS Africa, the numeral 1@gmail.com. Yes, so the Muzungu, they're here. Okay, they're here. I don't know where they're coming from. I don't know where they're climbing from or flying from, but they're here and they're coming. And oh, I'm not mad at them. I don't want to see them, but I'm not really mad at them because why not? Why not leave cold and hard and horrible West where, you know, you only get sunshine for 90 days? Why not? Why not leave there? Why would anyone want to stay there? The white folk don't even want to stay there, and you want to stay there. Come on. The white folk don't even want to be there, right? So, yep. Yeah, see, Bernardo says it. He says dozens of Muzungus are coming. So you come first, right? You come and you snatch up these properties. You take these houses. You come and you rent these spaces, these businesses. You come and just occupy the space. Just take up the space. Just take up space, right? You know, they talk about taking up space in America where Black people should, you know, occupy spaces where white people are and just to make themselves seen. Well, come to Africa and take up the space because trust me, these white folks, they are coming and they want to be here. Oh God. Evil High Frequency says, good luck with the skin cancer. We'll see how long they last. Probably, yeah, exactly. You know, and we can tell them to go back to their own country, Britain it. But you know what? The truth of the matter is, let's say, for example, the Exodus house. Muzungu had that house, right? Let's say I was lollygagging and dragging my foot and I didn't come until next year, right? Maybe a Muzungu would have that house and we would miss that opportunity. So think about things like that. Like, okay, you know, when you come, you will see opportunities that are available to you at that time that you're around. So don't get yourself like to a point where you feel like, oh, what was I saying? Yes, come. Because as I said, if I didn't come when I came, I would not have gotten the Exodus house. Don't procrastinate. Don't get yourself to a point where you talk yourself out of things, and when you come, the things that are available to you are not the things you want. Okay? You need to come and get the things that everybody wants or that you can work with, right? And you have to have some kind of backbone. Remember, the Exodus house was a Scooby-Doo mansion, honey. It was a scary Scooby-Doo mansion. Now I look at it, I'm like, wow, it's beautiful. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous place. People are going to enjoy that place. People are going to enjoy just sitting outside of that place. It's going to be like a park or a place for us to be in, right? And God help me, you know, maybe I hope that, well, not hope, the ancestors help me and will continue to help me, that that place will be filled with people who are whole and loving, and fill the space with children and laughter and, and peace, and a place for healing. That's what y'all need. Y'all don't need none of that. You don't need no vaccine. You don't need no white folk. You don't need none of those problems. You just need to figure out what you're going to do and how to do it and come, right? And get here as soon as you can, and we figure it out together, right? So, Matilda, hurry up and come, Matilda. Yes. Okay. Yeah. So, Yehuda, let me tell you, I was just reading. Yehuda says that we need charter passenger cargo ships and chartered airplanes to bring us home in mass numbers. I was just reading about I think it's the Angola to Tanzania railroad line, and I thought, hot diggity dog, all we need is a plane, is a ship. That's all we need. you know they shipped us over here. We should be able to get some kind of ship to ship us back, right? And they should pay for it. God damn it. There must be some kind of something somewhere in some law that they sh- they should pay for it, right? They should pay for it. And all these cities that are talking about, they have funds from reparations and monies that they're taking back from corporations who were involved in the slave trade. Y'all need to write them. Y'all need to find out how you can get some of that money for repatriation, since they're confiscating the money from the companies that were involved in the slave trade and taxing them. Chicago is one of those places. Yes, Chicago. So if y'all serious about coming, y'all need to hurry up and come. Okay, Matilda. All right. Yep. We need the Black Star Line, high frequency. We need the Black Star Line. That's what we need, right? We need the Black Star Line. Marcus Garvey was right. Get your own ship and get the hell up on out of there. Yes. So Anaya says, people, please fly Ethiopian Airlines while heading out to Tanzania. Okay, so let me just say something about what Anna just said. She said, support your own. They fly out of the United States. Let me ask you something. Maybe I am the crazy one. Isn't it odd that since the African Americans are no longer flying on Qatar and flying on Ethiopian Airlines to come to Tanzania, isn't it odd that suddenly there is a war in Ethiopia? Isn't it odd that all of a sudden Ethiopia has the control of the Blue Nile Dam, and suddenly they're at war with Tigray? This is the same Ethiopia a few weeks ago Donald Trump said that he was going to blow up. All of a sudden they're at war with Tigray. You have to understand these people and their mind games. They fund one side to quietly, without an open war, to quietly dismantle their opposition, right? Because Black Ethiopia is getting to be a powerhouse. They are having their own space shuttle. They're having their own jets. They're having their own airline. They're having their own dams. And they can't have that. They don't want to see the rise of a Black powerhouse on this continent. So they have suddenly created some kind of situationship in Ethiopia where to to destabilize Ethiopia. So now you're looking to come. You're like, I don't want to come. I don't want to fly on Ethiopian Airlines because they're at war with Tigray. Hmm. Hmm. We've seen this show before. Yes, Nani. It's called the Divide and Conquer show, right? What we needs. What we needs. Yes, Kimon, Masio, Ethiopia is fighting back. What we need is our own Black Star Line. That's what we need. They destroyed Haiti too, strange fruit, same way. They destroyed Jamaica, same way. So they expect that. Yeah, they like to play these invisible hand, black hand politics. Like all of a sudden they're at war with Tigray. All of a sudden it's erupted, and all of a sudden the backside. I want to know, how come none of these places own not one goddamn missile factory or gun factory? They don't even make not one single bullet. They're incapable of making their own ammunitions, but they have enough ammo and guns and missiles to go to war, to shoot each other to smithereens. Like in my country, you can find a bullet faster than you can find a job. In Jamaica, you can find a gun faster than you can find a job. Right? You can find a gun faster than you can find a job. But suddenly, right? Yup. We need our own ships. You know what we need to do? We need to charter. Like how these cruise lines are going out of business and belly up. We need to charter one of these cruise lines and say, hey, sail us. Since you're sailing out from Bayonne, New Jersey to Bermuda, why don't you sail us from Bayonne, New Jersey to Ghana? And since you're sailing all over yonder, you're sailing to Jamaica, why don't you sail from Jamaica to Angola? We could catch a train and get ourselves to where we need to be. I mean, that might be an opportunity for somebody. Yes. Let me see. Yep. Bernard says Ethiopia is just like Tanzania, facing strong intervention from Muslim nations because of their serious moves in economic development. Exactly. They only feel good when they can undermine Africa. They only feel good when they can talk about, oh, the poor Africans are starving. They need us. We need to allocate this couple of billions of dollars to help these poor Africans so that they can come in here and steal your minerals. Africa is not poor. Africa is not poor. No country in Africa poor. Okay, no matter how poor they are, they have something of value, and whether it's if it ain't got no gold or no oil or nothing, they got beautiful women and they got beautiful children, and somewhere somebody along the line wants to take advantage of that. So don't get it twisted. Yes, charter ships and planes, export import cargo ship. Okay, Henry says that anybody who wants to invest in farming or mining or technology or fishing or airline, Henry, you sound like a guy who knows all things, huh? Y'all watch out for Henry. Henry is Henry says farming or mining or technology or fishing or airline or hotel. Henry, you seem to be very well connected, but y'all be careful dealing with Henry. Yes. Oh, Henry, put back your email address. Yes, Africans are rich. Africa is rich, okay? The only thing that they're lacking is the industrialization to extract their minerals, to extract their goods, to get it to market. Like, what would they stand to benefit by making the DRC or Ghana sustainable or have their own industrial machinery or having their own electricity so that they can process their own cocoa, you know. Um, I used to say this thing all the time, like how come the best known chocolates in the world are Belgian chocolates and not a blade of cocoa grows in Belgium, right? You know, by undermining the DRC, by undermining Ghana, by undermining all of these other places, they're able to take advantage of the lack of infrastructure and the lack of opportunities, right? It's one thing to say, okay, I'm going to go ahead and buy these industrial machinery. It's another thing to do the electrical processing. When you have places that have power cuts, how do you solve that? You have hydroelectricity, like a dam, like, for example, Ethiopia would do that, right? So having a dam and being able to harness and control your electricity is the base plate of what you need to establish your industrialization. From there, you can get your machinery and you can manage and control the industries of scale. You can build your own car factories. You can build your own everything, and you don't need them anymore. And they can't afford that, right? They can't afford that. Imagine if Africa was able to, as a continent, let's just say this whole entire continent with all 54 countries in it, every country in that on the continent was able to manage their own industry and their own infrastructure. What would that do to white folk? What would it do to them in Europe? They wouldn't have anybody to take advantage of. What would they eat? What would they do? Yes, Lord. Okay. Okay, so Carol asked a question. She says she hopes I don't mind, but she'd like me to summarize the project. Okay, so Carol, the Exodus House is a house that I am reconstructing. It was uninhabitable at the time when I found it, and I'm reconstructing that house for the repatriation movement. It is a place of healing. It is a place of refuge. It is it's transitional housing. So you will be able to book rooms like you can book Airbnb. You will be able to, book a family suite like you would be able to book on Airbnb. It is 2 acres. I'm going to be using 1 acre of the land for farming, and I will be teaching people how to survive in this Africa. We'll have local Tanzanians come and teach us the skills that we need to know, to teach us the history. We will have healers. When I say healers, I mean trained therapists who will lead us through therapy sessions to decompress from all of those years of tyranny and connect us back to Africa and an Afrocentric thought process and an Afrocentric way of living and how to live in the space. So it's not enough to get on a plane and get here and get a house and say you live in Africa. It's not enough, because we go through a mental process. Like, for me, it was almost disbelief in the first month that I couldn't believe that I sat in America for all those years, knowing what I know, being who I am, thinking how I think, understanding what I understand, knowing what I know. And I sat there and I dealt with it and I wanted to leave. I just didn't know how. I didn't have any friends. I was afraid. I don't know who was on the other side. I don't know anything about this country. I don't know anything about anything. And when it was time to go, I said, I'm just going, damn it. I ain't had no friends here. I didn't know anyone here, right? And when I took that step and I stepped out of America, I stepped into the arms of the ancestors. They caught me, and they caught me good. They took good care of me. They provided for me. They guided me. They gave me everything, Jojo and I, everything that we needed to have a soft landing and a wonderful testimony to encourage other people to come. And it all happened on camera because I was making a video every day. And so it gives me an opportunity to pay that forward because I know what my life work is. My life work is to assist people in the diaspora. I wrote a book in 2005 that did not get published because of the way how I was speaking about the things that needed to be done. Okay. In America, nobody wanted to talk about no repatriation. Nobody wanted to talk about reparations in 2005. And I felt very discouraged. I felt very discouraged and very like, okay, I'm the only crazy one. And when I came here and the way you guys responded to me, I realized that, oh, I'm not crazy. There is crazy. It's crazy there. That's a crazy place. You cannot be in a place like that and then talk about, repatriating to Africa. It doesn't, that those two worlds do not go together. So the Exodus House is really a way of connecting people to each other, those who have repatriated, those who are looking to repatriate, visitors, a place that we can come and have community, have community meetings, a place that we can come and learn from each other. I just think it's a beautiful idea. And when I saw the house, I knew exactly what I wanted to do with it. The grass was like almost as tall as me. It was pitch dark when I went there. Everything was falling apart. There was no roof. There was no ceilings. There were no lights. There was no nothing. And I took a chance on it. And a lot of people did come out to support me. And I feel very empowered that people have supported that, not just the house, but the idea of repatriation to Africa. So that's what it is. Thank you, Miss Green. Yes, thank you, Kimon. Yes. Letty, please do. Letty says she has a phlebotomist license, and will you be able to work in a hospital once you get here after you get a work visa? Honey, do not come here and look for a job. Okay, there are no jobs here for you. They will not hire you over a Tanzanian. Okay, so you have to be conscious of that. You have to be a job creator for you to come here. You have to be a job creator. So don't come here, Letty, and expect to find a job as a phlebotomist. And even if you do find a job, it's not going to pay you anything enough, not near what you would be making, that you can support yourself and your family in the lifestyle that you would want to live in. So you have to either come here and figure out, either you're going to start a phlebotomy school or something, my child, but you don't come here looking for no job. Ain't no job here for you. For none of you. Come here and start a company. Start a business. You're welcome, Letty. Yeah, come start a phlebotomy school, Letty. That's what you need to do. Come and teach people how to do what you know how to do. Train people, get certifications, whatnot. Yep. Yeah. Start your own business. Let's see. All right, Karen. Send me an email, Karen. Okay, I hear Jojo. All right, so I've been on here 2 hours and 24 minutes just yakking it all up. But for real though, a lot of you who have supported this project, I am very thankful, very, very thankful, very grateful, and very appreciative of those of you who see the project and you take to it, because not only in the donations but in your spiritual presence helps me that I'm on, that I'm on the right path and I'm doing the right thing. Because right now I can see where this exodus is going to be more than what we think it is, right? So let's see. Okay, Solange, there is you. I know of a house right now. Okay, that's not gonna need. It's ready. It's a brand new house. So email me Exodus Africa the numeral 1, XODUS Africa the numeral 1 at gmail.com. Okay. Okay. All right. So anybody have any questions for me? I'm about to run. I'm about to go to bed. Thank you guys so much for your time. Thank you so much for your energy. I really appreciate all that you do, all the kind words that you send my way, all the good things that you yes, there's Akuma. Akuma, yes. They're talking about starting issuing the vaccine late December to healthcare workers and nursing homes. Honey, they need to start vaccinating themselves first, right? So thank you guys. It is now 1:56 a.m. So yes, off to bed I go. All right, love y'all. Thank you so much. Solange, it's better for you to email me, honey. Exodus Africa 1, XODUS Africa, the numeral 1 at gmail.com. Good night, y'all. Thank you so much. Bye bye.